Don't go nowhere. Let me give you one. My lady. The sweetest yours. I wanna touch you, baby. You're my lady, and I love you, girl. Don't you get nowhere. I love you, I need you, I want you, babe. Don't you go nowhere. Let me give you one. My lady. The sweetest yours.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is the Lady of the Throne, where God dwells within me as me, and I am back with your March 2024 general love, life, and spirituality reading, and this is going to be your guidance for all 12 zodiac signs. Please keep in mind as you are watching that these messages are accurately, divinely timed, okay? So if this is a reading for March, for example, then these messages will not resonate until the month of March. And when the month of March gets here, it is important that you remember to give the messages time to hit, time to resonate, okay? I highly recommend that if you are watching right now, because this is being recorded in advance. This is being recorded as we are going into the third week of February. So if you're watching right now and you want to know current energy, go back and watch the older videos to match the time of day. The time is very essential on this channel, okay? So with that being said, just please, whatever you do, just remember that, okay? So jumping into the sign of Gemini, we're going to be talking about what's going on in the month of March. I'm going to start off telling you about the cusp energy, and then I'll get into your energy more specifically. So for Gemini, this is about, the cusp of Pisces and Aries. Pisces is a very, very creative sign. They're very spiritual. It's all about spirituality, creativity, dreams, beautiful, positive things and energy that comes to a Pisces when they're in their dream state. Psychic downloads, that kind of information comes up, and they're very intuitive. So Aries is a very brainy sign, which means that Aries are all about the mind and the intellect. So you have a very strong character coming through with Aries, but also there's a lot of creativity, there's a lot of know-how, a lot of smarts, and a lot of new beginnings, because spring is the real beginning of the year. So you have the beginning and the end. Aries and the Pisces, it's like the alpha and the omega. That is where it starts and where it ends in this type of energy here, which means that it's great for business, it's great for creative projects, it's great for manifesting things. And this is the cusp that I like to call the cusp of creative manifestation, because this is a time where you can really be creative and manifest certain things in your life and actually see the results of it from putting in the work behind it. So it's a very good energy for those of you who are creators. If you are into art, painting, that kind of art, or if you're a singer, a dancer, a model, a writer, it's all there for you to be really, really creative, especially when it comes to new business ideas. And just getting really artsy and crafty. So I love this energy. This is my personal energy that I absolutely love. This is like home to me. So I'm glad that we're in this energy finally, because it's kind of rough going through other signs who are not this special, all right? Who are not this dope, I would say. So let's go ahead and get into the messages, because this is a really, really unique energy. It's very positive coming through. So let's see if it's the same for you guys. So Gemini, I feel like two things will be the major theme for you guys. Love and light. Love and light. That's going to be two major areas of life where you're going to have some lessons around it, or you may actually feel these things more in the month of March. You may even feel like you want to show more of that, and you could be put in a position where you do, or maybe for some of you where you have to. But there is an energy of you trying to manifest more peace, trying to manifest blessings, trying to manifest positivity in your life. The attempts for it are there. For some of you, it actually works out. For others of you, you may have to keep trying. But I do know that, some things that were in front of you before are now behind you. Now you've actually, been able to actually do certain things that you were anticipating, and certain things came up that you have been waiting for. So these things have passed and you've been able to put it behind you, I feel. Now is a time where you can figure out other things. March will be a time where you can figure other things out. You can get clear on your ideas and your next steps that you want to take in your life. And you could seem very determined to work together or finally have that full cooperation between yourself and God. This can be a month where you think about, okay, what does God really want for my life? What is God trying to tell me with all these occurrences that's happened in my life thus far? What is the message that God wants to relate to me? How should I respond to certain things now? How should I move about the world now? And you will be able to do that. This is something that you will be able to do, is build a connection with God more closely and have a lot more understanding about things, the way God works. You may not know everything. You won't know everything, but the energy is there for you to at least understand how God is operating in your life, why you had to go through certain lessons, and where you're being sent to now. This is going to be a remarkable moment for Geminis, because this is where you're just like, you know what? God is trying to tell me something. God is trying to tell me something, that this is because of this, and I'm going through this because of that, and this is feeling like this because of that, so it's that type of thing coming up. But I feel like God is really going to be bringing you some karma, okay? You're going to experience some of that, and a few reminders this month that you are truly a child of the Creator, Gemini, and that divine power, the divinity of God is in full control, okay? And it's kind of hard because I think that you guys in Taurus, you guys are like neck and neck. You guys are pretty similar to each other when it comes to being stubborn, when it comes to not listening, when it comes to just wanting to do things your own way and not listening to the guidance you're getting, not taking things in and really understanding what God is trying to do. You guys are very, very similar when it comes to this type of energy, but you're going to have a humbling time in the month of March, because I think that this is coming directly from Source. This is Source energy, where you'll be humbled, because I think that what God wants to reveal most importantly is a truth to you. The truth about why this is happening to you. The truth about why, you've been going through certain things. It could have been the past 8 years of your life, past 8 months of your life, past 8 weeks, past 8 days. The number 8 is very relevant and very significant too, as in like the lessons and the cycles and what God is bringing you through. That's going to be relevant for, somebody out there too. It may not be for all of you, but I do feel it strongly with a couple of Geminis. But you'll get a lot of clarity and a lot of great insight into your spiritual journey at this time, okay? So another message for you guys in March will be to tend to the small things. You want to focus on the little things this month. You want to look really closely at the details about the things that's happening in your life. And it could be anything from work life to your home life to your relationship love life to your friendship life. Whatever it is just like pay attention to the small things, because you could be stressing out because you want everything to be perfect. But you may have to realize that it's not perfect because you weren't paying attention to the small details. You didn't read the fine print, or you didn't, pay attention to certain things. Or you could even be a Gemini who's been procrastinating because you want every detail to be just right. And you could be losing track of time, losing track of your priorities, not really putting certain things before other things. That's because you have a mind like a perfectionist. That's a little bit of Virgo energy coming through. So you may have a Virgo person that you consult who could be rubbing off on you. You may be friends with a Virgo, or you may have Virgo somewhere in your birth chart. If you do, look and see where it is, because that's going to be that placement that is affecting you most when it comes to your mindset. Listen to your intuition that tells you that whatever it is that you're dealing with, it could appear like you're obsessing about it, but you're obsessing about it because there's an important detail that you've overlooked, or there's an important person that you've overlooked in the situation. And that was a major part of the whole thing. If you had not overlooked this person or this thing or whatever it is, then you wouldn't have experienced the things that you're going through, or you wouldn't be experiencing what you're going through in this month. It's about, noticing that something or someone may be bigger than what you thought, and the fact that you were just, I guess, seeing it as unattainable, or seeing this person as unattainable. It made you overlook smaller details about the situation, if that makes sense to you. It's like you're going after someone that you want to be with, right? I'm using this as an example. And you could just be the kind of person that's looking at the fact that you just like this person, you're interested in them, that's who you want to be with. And if anyone asks you, why do you want to be with this person, it could be because this seems like a good candidate for you, right? That's like the big picture outlook. But there's small things that you could have overlooked in your pursuit. And that's what I'm saying. I'm just using that as an example of what energy is coming up here. But I think that you guys may either not be seeing what's really going on in a situation, or you could be not trying to mend a situation because you're looking at the bigger picture. Like, oh, but look at what this person did. Why would I want to mend this relationship and this person did this? But there could be things that you're overlooking, that you're not seeing in the situation, that could give you a really great and valid reason for fixing it. But you may not see it that way. So just make sure in March that you're attending to the details about a love connection or another situation that's going on in your life in any area. But overall, this is just a time for you and God. Okay? Thank you guys. God bless.